Hey yo, what's up? So, it's another day in the life vlog that I said, why not just do it, right? I already woke up late, so I may as well be even later by just talking to the camera instead of getting on with my schedule, right? Because, it's also kind of fun to do, right? It's always enjoyable to do something, right? That you enjoy, duh. But yeah, I guess I didn't want to wake up and do the vlog. Like I planned on doing it just because of night work and then sleeping. Um, what is it? Was it like 4 hours? It's probably not ideal. But you eventually you get used to it, right? You're gonna say, "Oh, bro, it's over for sleep deprived cells," right? But eventually, is it really sleep deprivation if you're so accustomed to it and you can still get it, do your basic life functions without you know, your 8 hours of sleep, right? It's like kind of, it's like, is it really called self improvement if you try to improve, but it doesn't get you the results you want, right? Is it really, I don't know, like self improvement? Like, oh, bro, just go get a job, bro. Meanwhile, there's some guys who don't have jobs who just get right out get right out of prison, right? Because it reminds me of the whole Jeremy Meeks things. Because some guy commented that, oh, bro, Jeremy Meeks is from Fresno, right? And then I look it up. I just skimmed through it, so I don't even know if it's actually true though. But it said his mugshot was released from like Fresno County Sheriff's Department, which I don't know if it is actually from there, but it wouldn't surprise me if he was somewhere from the what is it called, with the San Joaquin Valley area. I could totally see him being from there. But yeah. Well, who cares, right? Who cares? Oh, bro, everyone cares about Jeremy Meeks, right, bro? He's like a saint, even though he's not even black pilled or anything, right? Um, but yeah, I sometimes I do wonder, would he laugh at memes about himself, right? Would he, if he were to be shown memes, maybe he already has at some point. Would he laugh at the memes? It's like, it's like what is the world turning into, right? I mean, to some extent, he probably does have to find his life circumstances somewhat kind of funny. But yeah, who cares, right? So if I go to Fresno County, right? I will look forward to seeing the cute girls there, right? What was it? Did I see one yesterday? No, I saw one at a different Planet Fitness though, right? I don't know what it is, right? There's just I always there's some Planet Fitnesses that are they're just I don't even know, they have more cute girls there, right? Which is always a helpful thing, right? Is people say, oh, bro, don't go to the gym for women, right? But I mean, I feel like that's always going to be a cope to not do, right? It's like there's always that little thought in the back of your head, right? Or just with anything, right? To be honest, right? With Costco too, even though Costco's not meant to like dating or anything, right? Just whenever you live your life, right? That's always the hope, like, oh, bro, is like this the place where someone will finally find me attractive, right? And I'll always say no, right? That's the realistic answer, but it's always fun to cope and just use your imagination, right? Because I guess even as a kid, right, I would always use my imagination to kind of pretend and do stuff, right? Because I really liked Legos and that kind of stuff as a kid, and like what was it, making what was it, like models of like it's like a model setting, like almost like a like creating a diagram, I guess, like a model diagram. You know how they say make model trains or whatever? It's like, oh, bro, this autistic guy has model trains, right? I would do something like that, but with like dinosaurs and what is it, random stuff out of Legos, and then eventually it would I would go to Halo, was it and just use Forge and Halo just to kind of create. I had like an idea of like, hey, this kind of battle scene would be really cool. Like, like the whatever, it doesn't even matter. Like, Team A is trying to, uh, get across this, battle torn town, and they have to cross a bridge that's defended by the enemies, and all this cool stuff, right? It's always cool to kind of design and create a story in your head, right? Maybe that's why I like using my imagination and all that stuff, right? With, oh yeah, I'm gonna go outside and then I'm gonna perform and then a girl's gonna love me, right? When obviously that's not how it happens, right? What was funny is like if some guy said, "Oh, bro, you can't expect women to approach you. Life's not an adult movie." And it's like, okay, I thought that was really funny because it is almost kind of true, right? It's like, if a girl doesn't react that way and just approach you, and this chair doesn't want to go like all the way back, which is kind of uncomfortable. But yeah, if a girl doesn't want to do that and just like approach me right off the bat and like say like, oh, I'm so infatuated with you, right? Obvious or whatever, I'm so lustful for you or whatever. Then yeah, then it's like I'd rather just stay single and alone or whatever, right? Because I don't think it's so much worth it, right? Is it hyperbolic? Um, am I being hyperbolic when I say that? Sure, yes, but it's also just kind of funny to say that, right? But I do think it is kind of true, right? That it's like, yeah, I would like it if the world was like that. Just some girl just comes up to me and it's like, oh, I'm so in love with you or whatever, right? Obviously, like I know that's not how the world actually works, and that'll never be how it works, right? But that's the only way I would ever accept a relationship, right? If she has to like come up, I mean, obviously it's not going to be it's so dramatic and like confessing your love, but like some kind of interaction right off the bat, right? Some kind of sign of extreme desire. And I don't even know why I thought of like extreme desire led my mind down to thinking of Pokemon, because I don't know if you ever played Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Jirachi knows Doom Desire. See, it's like little things like that are just stored in the back of my head, right? That's how I can remember. Oh yeah, I remember this girl that I used to like, and this moment in life somehow triggered that memory. It's like I wasn't even thinking of playing the Pokemon games, yet somehow just talking about a girl desiring me somehow made me think of Pokemon because of the move Doom Desire from Jirachi, from what is it, like Gen 3, right? I don't know if you play. Oh, bro, Gen 1 is the best, bro. It's like, no, it's I don't think. I feel like that's kind of a cope, right? It's like it just nostalgic, and like old people just being like it's not the right word, but it's like boomers or like overly nostalgic or romanticizing their past too much, right? Um, I actually don't even really like Gen 1 that much, right? I do think it's highly overrated, right? I think 3 and 4 are way better, so yeah. And I think Garchomp's the coolest Pokemon, so someone would be like, "Oh, bro, no, it's a like Charmander, Squirtle," or give some basic, Gen 1 boomer answer. So it's like, just f off. But yeah, the most important actual part, because it's already almost 10 minutes of just talking about nothing, right? The most important part is I get to go to the gym, and then I get to hope that maybe I can impress a girl with something, right? Will I? Of course not, right? Let's be realistic. But it's always motivation and fuel in the back of your head, right? But so does it really matter? Does it really matter what I use as fuel and motivation to get me to accomplish what I need to do, right? Does it really matter? Even if it's an unrealistic thing, like I know, like, oh, getting a girlfriend, yeah, that'll never happen. But thinking if I do this task, if I do XYZ, then I'll get a girlfriend, motivates me to do it. Is it really that bad of a thing to think, oh, just do this, bro, and then you'll get a girlfriend? If it makes me do things that I should be doing, right? So, I mean, I don't think it is, right? I mean, whatever makes your mind work, right? Whatever works, works, bro. It's like, and I can't really control or help that. It works. It is what it is. And yeah, I don't know. I don't have my cake lube with me right now. It's in the bathroom, but yeah, I am not going to show that. I think this, since it's technically my Friday, so because I work on Saturday and Sunday, so I have a 1 day weekend after working nights. I don't know. Today I'm just gonna, like I said, no Friday night dates. So I'm just gonna go spoil my dog and, oh, bro, you're gonna simp for your dog, bro. I'm gonna go do that, and then go to Costco, right? I'm gonna go take my dog to several parks, several pet stores, and do that, right? That's how we're gonna spend our time, and we're gonna do the cope of going to the pet store, bro. So the cute girls that work at the pet store talk to you. I don't even know if they actually do, and I guess I gotta do other stuff. Yeah, I just gotta order stuff and basically live and simp for my dog today. Do that, go to Costco, and then not go on a date with a woman, right? Because it's Friday night and I don't have one, so I'll just do that instead, right? So yeah, just do all that stuff, and probably maybe I think I can bring the camera. No, I'm not gonna record inside it, whatever. But maybe I don't know how I'll set up the vlog, or if I'll just do. Oh, I'll just come back and recap everything at the end, or maybe I'll do it throughout car rides. I don't even know, right? I have a lot of freedom today because I don't really have much to do for work other than just a little catch up on paperwork, and yeah, because like I said, it's like a 1 day weekend before working on Saturday and Sunday, then going back home on Monday, and then starting. I guess today I already started the soft Geomax, bro. What is it? All right, so it's like I'll go from Central California all the way down, to Arizona and then Nevada. I would not even really Nevada, right? It's just basically I'm going to Vegas. And, oh, bro, just go to Vegas, bro. It's like, yeah, it's not for gambling, right? I don't even like the stuff, like that kind of stuff, like drinking or gambling. I already talked. Well, I don't even know if I talked about it here, but I don't drink or gamble or do any of those kind of stuff. I don't. It's not even. It's never even been for necessarily a religious reason, right? It's just not something I do, right? I've just never been, into that kind of person. Like I said, I basically was raised to be a good boy, right? So it's like I'll never do that kind of stuff, right? I don't even have a desire to. It's not like, oh yeah, I'm resisting temptation. No, it's like I just don't even have a desire. It doesn't interest me. So it's kind of like, does doing does playing in traffic really interest you? No, it doesn't. That's how I feel about drugs, drinking, gambling, like going out, or like when people say going to a bar or club, it's like that doesn't even interest me, right? What would it even do? It's like, oh, bro, that's how you get laid. But I guess you're still too low IQ to figure out the whole goal isn't to get laid. It's just to get a girlfriend, right? So that doesn't mean I'm gonna accept just a first person either, right? Because some people are still too low IQ and really don't understand that. And maybe like I said, maybe you're autistic and can't read between the lines, right? And understand the nuance of just because someone likes you doesn't mean they're gonna be my girlfriend or whatever, right? It's like, unironically, they still have to have a good personality, right? That I feel is suitable, right? If someone is not enjoyable to be around, then I'm not gonna make them my girlfriend, right? Like I said, I'd rather be single and alone forever than just be with someone who I will dread being with, right? I know, because I already know it's much worse to be in a terrible relationship than being alone, right? Because one at least you have freedom with when you're alone, and then being in a terrible relationship is like it's like almost it's like they're both like kind of like solitary confinement, except one is when with someone you dislike even more. So it's like it's just a worse feeling. It's like if that I can relate to that one. So when people say, "Oh yeah, being in a bad relationship is worse, bro," it's like, yeah, I know. That's why I don't get into a bad relationship, and just like, "Oh, bro, just lower your standards, bro." All this stuff, right? So whatever. So I'm kind of super late. It's already 15 minutes of just talking. So I'm just gonna go to the gym, and then I guess I'll just come back after walking and all this stuff, right? All my morning routine stuff. I'll make an update and then go to the pet right before I go to the pet store. So yeah, that's kind of it for now. So later. Hey yo, what's up? So basically, I came back from the park and the gym and did all my morning stuff, and I showered. And it's gonna be a funny cope here, right? But I saw that they had some holiday edition. Well, I guess I haven't talked about it before, so I'll give some background first. So, in college, they had was it an Old Spice body wash and deodorant. My roommate had this one called Swagger, and it said the scent of confidence. So, as a joke, I bought it as a joke because it's like, oh, bro, it's gonna be like confidence, right? So I wore that for a while, and cause I thought, oh, bro, it has to get me a girlfriend, right? Because girls love confidence, right? And it's just like tactical soap, right? It's like mainstream tactical soap, right? Confidence, right? Girls can smell it. They say girls can smell confidence, bro. And so obviously, I did wear it, and I wore it for like, I don't even know, for like the entirety of college, right? So almost like 4 years. And yeah, no girl ever was attracted. So I saw another one, was it a while back? That was a pumpkin spice one. So I thought, girls love pumpkin spice. What is it, lattes and all this stuff, right? So then I coped, and I thought it'd be funny. Was it and I ended up buying it as a joke, and I still, and since I bought a decent amount of them, I have a surplus. I have like one or two more, right? And I'll wear that as a scent, right? So it's like, oh, maybe because girls like pumpkin spice, they'll like me, right? Obviously, it doesn't work like that, but it's a funny cope, and who cares, right? Because at the end of the day, you have to be honest, right? Will cologne or any kind of scent actually attract a girl to you? No, it won't. Everything is just like a multiplier, right? So if you're already zero or like 0.0000001, then nothing will really help. It's like guys who think, if you're, I don't know, like 6'5", it'll automatically get you a girlfriend, right? It won't. That's just not how it works. It's like, it's a multiplier. Everything is a multiplier at the end of the day, right? I guess you have some baseline level of how good your bones are, right? But after that, everything is a multiplier, right? So it's not like, oh, bro, you need one secret trick that'll get you laid. It's like that doesn't exist. But yeah, so I did that, and I wore that body wash and deodorant, and no girl liked me. And the the exciting part, right? The going to the Planet Fitness, right? One of my favorite ones to go to because of the potential for cute girls. And I was right. I just can't. I don't know what it is. Like I said, right? Something about Planet Fitnesses in. I don't know what. I don't know how they're relatable, but they are, right. They're like little they're like major big cities in like the terms of like a small city, right? On I guess like major city, they're not like San Francisco, LA, New York like that, but they're like decently large cities, like like I said, Albuquerque or Fresno, where they're large cities but not like major cities, right? they have some kind of they're like some hub for the area, right? Oh, you said whatever. Those kinds of cities, what is it? Usually, for some reason, have really cute girls, or I guess girls that are, I guess, my type for most of the part, right? Because I did see one, and sometimes it is hard to, not oh, she's so cute, right? And it's like you don't want to. You have to like kind of ignore them and just whatever. Just ignore the girls, bro. If you ignore women, then they'll come to you, right? That advice from Reddit from years ago. And so yeah, I did that, and I didn't get anything, right. I ignored the girls. You can acknowledge someone like, oh, you walk into a room or you walk into a certain direction, and then you see that someone's there, so of course you acknowledge that, hey, there's a person here, so I like respect their space and stuff. But I got a sneeze, so I don't really want to. Oh yeah, bro, just cut out the sneeze. It's like, oh man, my ears, bro. But yeah, so you respect their space and like don't try to like intrude on their space and like walk up to them and stuff. So like I acknowledge them there, but then after that, kind of just ignore them and just mind your own business, because I already know they're there. They're there to do whatever they're there for, and or maybe talk to or attract an attractive guy, right? They're not there to deal with me. I'm not an idiot who like can't acknowledge that. Like I realize the limitations of life. That, oh yeah, oh bro, women aren't out in the world just for you to look at and for to be objectified by you, right? Yeah, I understand that. So yeah, but yeah, they were there, and obviously I'll be there for a few more days, and someone's gonna be like, "Oh, bro, you can't go back there, right? That's creepy, right? That you looked at a girl and you were attracted to her. You're a creep." Right? Imagine that, right? It's like the bookstore thing. It'll always make me laugh, right? It's like some guy's like, "Oh, bro, I can't believe those girls didn't call the cops on you, right? You merely existed in a public space." But yeah, I'll go back there, and I'm sure there'll be more hot girls there. But whatever, it is what it is. So I mean, all that's left for the day is go to the pet stores and go to the parks, and just dedicate the rest of my afternoon, a good portion of the afternoon, to the dog. Come back and eat lunch, and then go to Costco, and then take another ruck walk, because I already did one in the morning after Planet Fitness. I went to the park and played frisbee and did a ruck walk with the dog, because it always is. I always have to walk the dog, at least to some extent, or play with you know give her, I don't know, frisbee or fetch or some kind of playtime or whatever. Because I feel it's not even that bad, right? Some people were like, oh bro, if I'm busy, I just ignored the dog, right? They can wait. But then I feel like, why would you even get a dog in the first place? It doesn't really make sense to me. But like I said, dude, it's just different, right? Because like I almost kind of do like that kind of responsibility of having to take care of something else, right? That's why I feel like a relationship, or like, oh yeah, you have to buy, like that one comment some guy left, right? It's like, oh bro, I hate the stress of having to buy my girlfriend gifts, right? For a Valentine's Day. It's like, then why would you even have a girlfriend in the first place, right? Isn't that so crazy that it's like, oh bro, I wanted a girlfriend, but actually I kind of don't like the responsibilities that come along with it, right? I don't really understand that, but that's, I guess, where my perspective is different, where I don't really mind that kind of responsibility of having to like take care of someone else or something else, right? Like with the dog, like, do I mind? Is it annoying that it's a lot of extra work? Sometimes, yeah, right. But then I remember, it's like eventually the dog's gonna die eventually, right? On average, people outlive dogs and most animals, right? Like if you have a cat too, right? Same thing. Odds are you're probably gonna outlive your pet, and I know, when they die, you'll miss. Oh man, I remember. You'll be like, oh man, I miss this, whatever. It's like, I am gonna miss, like, oh yeah, the amount of extra effort that I had to put in, and inconveniences in life that I had to put in, because of taking, to take care of her and give her a more enjoyable life, right? I know I'll eventually miss that and think fondly of those, even though in the moment they seem kind of annoying and like obstructions, and they get in the way of just living a hedonistic lifestyle where it's like, oh, bro, I just do whatever I want for my enjoyment, right? It's kind of like that with a relationship, right? Sure, it can inconvenience you, right? Inconvenience, and give you more responsibilities in daily life, but when you lose that, and then you may think back and think about that kind of stuff fondly, right? It's like, maybe, yeah, it did suck that this was a lot of extra work or whatever, but, I really did enjoy my time, with her, and maybe she was worth it, all this stuff, right? Or maybe you're like, oh, bro, you're such a simp and a cope, right? But whatever, right? That just because, I don't mind that extra kind of responsibility of, you know, um, taking care of and managing the well-being of another, I guess, living being, because it's like a human or a dog, right? I mean, I'm sure it'd be with a cat too, but I've never had a cat, and the cats have never really been appealing to me, to be honest. I'm sure, eventually I would like a cat if I had one, right? It's probably like a kid, like I don't want a kid, but I'm sure if I had a kid, I would actually like it. It's the same kind of deal with like a cat, or I'm sure, with another dog. Like, to be honest, I don't really care too much about other people's dogs, right? Not like, oh yeah, I love all dogs, right? It's like, I like my dog, but I don't necessarily like other people's dogs, right? So it's like it's the same thing. And like, I like my stuff, my people, my whatever, right? Not necessarily the other people's stuff. Just because I guess I haven't humanized them. And I guess, oh yeah, so another thing, what is it? It kind of goes back to another comment that I made, right? Where, I said how always old guys, right? Old men, for some reason, love to always try to talk to me, or nag me, or do whatever, right? For some weird reason, right? Whenever it is, like like I said, at one of the gyms, some old guy approached me. He's like, "Hey, didn't I talk to you about some movie about Jesus the other day or whatever?" And it's like, "No, I've never talked to you before." And then, after that, he started talking to me and stuff. Whatever is it? Just because he thought I was another person that he talked to the day before, or some other day, about Jesus or whatever. But it's like, it couldn't have been me, because I wasn't even in that state. And then. Yeah, just, I don't know. And then at work, some other older guy, right? Some old man talks to me. They try to make conversation, and it's not that they're always very engaging in conversation with me, right? Which is something that doesn't really happen too often with other types of people, right? The old men are always so engaging and so eager to initiate conversation and engage and talk back, right? Like, actually have a full-on discourse. I don't know, is that even the word, right? Like a full-on conversation. Like, I'll say something and they'll actually say something back with thought, right? And not just a quick one-word answer, something like that, right? They're willing to do that. They're eager to do that. And let's see, another one at the park today. Some old guy asked me. It's like, hey, what are you? How much are you carrying in your backpack? Was it? It's like, how much you carry in your backpack, Sonny? Whatever, all this stuff, right? Then yeah, because he was curious about that, and he was like, oh, it must be nice to be young. But even though I'm not, I don't even consider myself young, because it's like 30 years old. It's like, bro, it's like, oh, I guess it's almost halfway over, isn't it? Because don't most people technically not even live to 100? It's more like 80 something, so it's like almost halfway through life then, right? So yeah, I know an old man, talked, he just wanted to know how much was in my backpack, and then try to talk a bit more. It's like, oh, well, why are you doing it? It's like, you're trying to practice hiking or something? It's like, it is what it is, right? For some reason, it's always old men that are interested in me, right? But not old women, right? I think there's been one old lady that asked me something about my dog once, but never really never women my age, or like in my dating age range, or anything like that. Or sometimes it can be other guys, like maybe in their late 20s ish, kind of, sometimes like in the same age range as me sometimes, but not as often as old men. For some reason, old men are always like, someone's gonna be like, oh, bro, just Gilf Max, but the G stands for grandpa, not grandma, bro. Someone's probably gonna write that, just Gilf Max, bro. But we'll leave it ambiguous and it won't say what the G stands for. But it stands for grandpa. Just go to the retirement home, bro, and get your first girlfriend or, I guess, boyfriend, grandpa, at age 80, bro. That's so. That's all that's happened so far in the day, right? Like, I'm gonna go to Costco later in the evening. I don't know if I already said that. And then I'm gonna go. Yeah, I said onto this back to the park after that for like a nighttime walk and some nighttime fetch for the dog to so she exercise and can go to sleep a bit easier. And yeah, I mean, I'm off to the next cope, right? My favorite cope of going to the pet stores. So, force the cute female employees to talk to me when they probably don't want to talk to me. Oh, bro, you're such a misogynist for making women talk to you. They're in customer service jobs. Right. So, it is what it is, right? So yeah, go to Costco, probably see some hot girl there, right? Will she actually like me? No. Will I go to Planet Fitness tomorrow and see another hot girl? Probably. Will she like me? No. Will anything happen? No. Is it a nice cope? Yes. So, that's why I do it. And I can't believe it's already 15 minutes of just talking. And the last one was, I think, maybe around the same. Maybe it was almost 20 minutes. So it's like almost 40 minutes of talking so far. And I'm probably going to include another, or maybe 2 more parts. This one will definitely be close to another hour long again. It's like, I don't even know why these vlogs are like 1 hour long. It's like not even really a vlog. It's just like the different sections of like what happened during this period of time. And, it just, I don't even know how I can talk for so long because, like some other guy said, right? I was like, oh, bro, you talked in more than I do in an entire week in that 1 hour. And it's like, yeah, in real life, that is true, right? That's probably relatable. I do the same thing. I probably talk more to the camera. I definitely, for 110% sure, talk to the camera more than an actual person. So, yeah, it is what it is. And I guess it's also kind of cool because I think this is the place where I first started the original Dateless diary videos, I think, because it was like I don't go out on dates on Friday nights. I stay inside and make videos about being a loser. I think this was the first Dateless diary, the origin, the birthplace of the Dateless diary kind of videos. But I mean, I used to do those every Friday, but I mean, the thing is, I just have a backlog of videos that I cannot, that I guess it's hard to run out, but I don't want to run out of them just in case, right? Like, in case I get very busy and I can maintain the 1 video a day upload. So it's like, it's nice to have a backlog. So in case, I just don't eat. I either don't feel like it. I just can't really think of anything I want to say or whatever, or and whatever, right? Just keep on the consistency, right? Because I mean, that's all you can do, right? Because I don't control the YouTube algorithm, right? You just have to just keep on doing it and hope to get lucky, right? And hope that YouTube chooses to show your video. Just keep on luck maxing, bro. I guess the only thing I do, it's gonna be kind of weird. You're gonna be like, oh, bro, you taking advice from the alpha males, right? I think I remember watching those. What was his name? FitX Fearless videos where he would give advice to the guy. And one video I remember he said, "Oh yeah, just ask AI or whatever." And then I did it. I actually did take his advice. You're like, "Oh, bro, taking red pill alpha male advice, bro. It's over, bro." I did take his advice on just asking AI because I'll always ask it about I'll choose I'll think of a title for a video and then ask it to optimize it, bro. Just be optimal, bro. just have optimal bone structure, bro. Ask ChatGPT, how can I optimize my bone structure, bro? Don't tell me how to optimize a video title. Tell me how to optimize my face, bro. I always ask you to do that, right? Because, especially after, having to lose the old channel, right? Because it was just kind of BS, right? It's like, it's so hard to have a YouTube channel when YouTube gets in the way of trying to make me be consistent, right? It's like I don't have a problem uploading and making videos for the most part, right? The big problem is that some of the stuff is just too based for YouTube sometimes, right? And you have to like think about stuff and like, how can I explain this or say it without being so abrasive or inflammatory when it's just naturally how I want to talk, right? Because you just can't say certain things because, PC, police, or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the pet store in the park, and I'll talk to you probably after, or maybe I'll just do one last one after Costco and everything at night. So yeah, that's kind of it for now. Later. Yo, what's up? So I just came back from my whole, I guess, simp for my dog outing where I went and I just went to the pet store in the park to buy her food, toys, and and just play fetch and walk at the park or whatever. Because that's what you do when you have a Friday off and you have no girlfriend, right? So what do you don't go out on a date. You just take your dog out for stuff and simp for your dog and make videos about not going out on dates because that's how life goes, right? Because think about it. Why would I not make a video? Let's go, bro. Why are you making a video? Just do something else, bro. It's more so like, bro, why are you watching a video about a guy who doesn't get dates, bro? Instead of actually going out on a date, bro. It's like, why are you watching videos about people who can't get laid instead of getting laid, bro? But yeah, there were no cute girls at the pet stores today that I went to. That reminds me, I still got to place another order for something at another pet store, so it arrives in time when I get to Arizona, right? It's so weird to order stuff from a store in another state in preparation for my arrival at a different place, right? Maybe it'll be a cute girl and well, I mean that store always has it has I guess it has a track record like a track record, or I don't even know if track record is the correct word. I guess, but I'll use it anyways. It has a track record of having a lot of cute girls, according to me. But yeah, I mean, they'll talk to the dog and whatever, and I guess they'll speak to me because they're speaking to the dog. But they won't actually try to engage with me. And it's not like they're gonna be curious about me or whatever, right? It's like, oh yeah, I want to know everything about you or whatever. It's like, no, it's like they're not interested. They're being like, I can read between the lines and understand that they're just being nice to me because they're customer service employees and because they're talking to the dog. It's not like, oh bro, this customer service girl's totally into me because she acknowledged my existence, bro. Like, sure, that's what your mind likes to think, but you just have to be realistic and acknowledge that. I guess it kind of reminded me of another thing. So like when I was at the Planet Fitness, right, there was a customer service girl who was cute there too, right, at the front desk. And I saw her, getting dropped off, right? And it's like, it's her boyfriend that dropped her off, right? It's like, think about it. It's like, how I don't even know, right? I guess in the mind of an average guy, right, you think, oh bro, working at a front desk at a gym, that's not gonna make you enough money to get a girlfriend. You need a better job, right? But that's kind of my coping mindset, right? The beta bucks coping mindset, where it's like, oh bro, you need a good job to get a girlfriend, right? Because you need to lead with your wallet. But I know in reality, if the front desk guy is hot enough, a girl's not going to care, right? Because a girl, she can make her own money, right? This is in some third world country that I live in, right? I don't live in what is it, some jungle country where people are like, oh, bro, just offer the girls clean water and they'll love you. No, this is this. I live in America, so women can can get a job and work on their own and make money, so they don't necessarily need a guy for financial reasons. They do need a guy be for just for I guess sexual reasons, for romantic reasons, right? Which they can't get from you need for a heterosexual a relationship, a woman needs a man for that kind of purpose, right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, right? That's if she wants was it if she's a heterosexual person and she wants a romantic or sexual relationship, then she needs a man, right? So, but that's just me coping, right, with the oh, you need a good job, bro, whatever, right? But the point is, she got dropped off by her boyfriend, right? So it's like it's almost kind of brutal where when you see. And it's because sometimes you'll see a cute girl out by herself, and then you can cope and say, "Oh, bro, she's by herself. She doesn't have a boyfriend, right?" But at the end of the day, right, back home, back somewhere else, they have a boyfriend, right? And you can say, "Oh, bro, but women cheat or whatever." It's like that's probably a cope, right? Sure, maybe some of them won't cheat, but it's like, do you really think most women are gonna want to cheat with like an average whatever nobody guy, right? It's like no, it's like let's cope and let's cope and play or play into the devil's advocate point of view that all women are going to cheat, right? Just how some guys will claim, because obviously that's not true, right? Obviously, because will some? Yes. Will it show up a lot and be super prevalent because of social media, right? Because it'll feed it's drama, so it'll feed into people's ooh, my life is boring, so it's like I'm excited by drama and other people's failures, right? Because whether people admit it or not, a lot of people do like seeing others fail, right? Because it kind of boosts their own ego or self-esteem or whatever, right? Because because life is a competition, right? And it's was it a zero-sum game, whatever it is called, right? That guy who commented on the other video is gonna comment on this one. Um, it's a zero-sum game, whatever. So someone's got to lose for someone to win. So it's like if people feel that, you can say, oh yeah, bro, I like to bring people up, but sure, some people like to bring people up, but only to a certain point, right? You don't want them to be so successful that they overtake you, right? And then you end up being in the position of being the loser instead of the winner. That's just kind of how life goes. Are there some exceptions? Sure, like maybe if you already have a successful marriage or whatever, and you're actually committed to having a successful marriage and relationship, does it really matter to you if some other guy is sleeping around, right? Probably not, because I'm assuming if you're committed to a successful relationship or marriage or whatever, right, then you're going to be with someone who also reflects that because you share values and morals. So, your wife or your partner or whatever isn't going to, just go, oh, I'll just sleep with any hot guy, right, that exists. Oh, hot guy breathes, I'll sleep with him, right? It's probably not going to happen, right? And even then, I still think it is kind of unrealistic that most women will do that, right? Will a lot of them maybe entertain it and like play flirt, and call that not cheating, right? It's more so like emotional cheating, which I guess still is, in a sense, I still would consider it. Sure, it's not full on like, oh yeah, like full on cheating, but it still is immoral, I guess, right? But you're gonna say, "Oh, bro, you're being a simp or a pussy or whatever." It's like, what, whatever, right? But it is what it is. Or it's like, "Oh, bro, you're adhering to religious values or something like that." And who cares, right? It's like, but it I feel like it is almost a cope, right? Well, at the end of the day, it's yes, I do think atheism, to be honest, is a cope, and I'm sure some people will get mad or whatever because I feel like a lot of black pillars and this area of the internet is like heavily will lean into that, right? Because they're like was into nihilism, whatever word you wanted to use it, right? But there's a reason why all these like the super rich, elite, the people that Alex Jones warns you about, right? There's a reason why these people who accumulate like an absurd amount of wealth and power and all this like absurd stuff, right? Like practice so many like things that are seen as immoral or like worship like weird evil stuff, right? There's a reason they do that and not worship like I don't know, like Christianity or like Jesus or something like that, right? So I feel like you just and they have what is it I guess you can't really deny it that they have success in the if their goal is to have control and power and like absurd wealth, all this stuff, right? You can't really deny that they aren't successful in that arena, right? And so obviously there's something at play, right? I feel like it is very much of a cope and like, oh well, I'm not successful and whatever, so God's not real or whatever. It's like sure, whatever. It's I do feel like it is a cope, and I'm sure a lot of people disagree and get mad and like, oh bro, you're not an atheist. Unsubscribe, bro. It's like or dislike, whatever. So sure, whatever. So I don't even remember what I was talking about. Because oh yeah, the girl was getting dropped off by her boyfriend, what I assume is her boyfriend, right? And like, oh yeah, all women cheat, bro. All this stuff, right? It's crazy how it's such a big old tangent, right? It's such a wild tangent from. Oh yeah, this girl I thought was cute was getting dropped off by her boyfriend to what is it? Let's talk about whether God is real or not, and religion and all this stuff, right? And if atheism is a cope. Oh yes, it is. I mean, sure, religion is a cope too, right? But at the end of the day, everyone has a god, right? Even atheists, they'll worship something, right? They'll worship like their own pleasure, or in a sense, right? Like, oh, they're the highest being is they see themselves, right? And they'll follow. Oh well, just do whatever I want, whatever's convenient for me, and live that hedonistic lifestyle, right? So whatever. Let's get back to the. Oh, bro, you're not talking about girls and being forever alone. It's like, come on, bro. We're just here to hear you talk about not getting laid. So yeah, so the girl got dropped off by her boyfriend, and then it is almost that soul crushing thing. Like that other guy wrote a comment where he had a crush on a girl, and that girl rejected him, and then years later he said he saw her with a tall boyfriend and a kid, and that's brutal when you see a girl you find attractive with a boyfriend, right? Because it almost confirms that she's not gonna. It just reduces the odds of her liking you, of ever wanting to be with you. You already know she doesn't like you and she doesn't want to be with you, but it's like it further drives the nail into the coffin, right? Where it's like this really cements that point. And it's even worse when they have a kid, because that guy probably that means he cream pied her, bro. It's like, damn, and it's like you haven't even talked to her, or you haven't even hugged her or kissed her or anything, and some guy's already cream pieing her, bro. It's like, it's over, bro. It really is over, you know. But yeah, that was the other point of no cute girls at the pet store, just cute girls at the Planet Fitness. Maybe there'll be a cute girl at the Costco. Not that she'll like me, right? Not that she'll like me. I know she's not gonna like me. I will just like looking at her. But I know she's not interested. I know it's just a cope. But it's a nice cope, right? It's like, hey, it's like you can't if you may as well make the best of it, right? It's like, may as well just check her out because what else is there to do, to be honest, right? Other than just get on with your life. It's like you may as well just enjoy the view, right, bro? Just enjoy the view, bro. So yeah, that's all that's really left for the day, right? I'm just gonna go eat. And I already talked for almost 15 minutes again, right? I'm just gonna go eat, pedal, and then maybe finish up some paperwork for work because I always have a little bit of something left, always. um, then go to the park in Costco, and then after I do that, I'll call it a day. I'll update again to see if I got a girlfriend. I'm not gonna get a girlfriend, obviously, but I'm gonna. If some girl was interested in me, oh, bro, did she give you IOIs, bro? Did she give you choosing signals, bro? Did any of that happen, right? Was any girl interested in me at the Costco or at a late night park walk, right? Obviously, no, but we'll say yes, right? I don't know, or we'll keep on coping and say yes, yes, a girl will like me, bro. So yeah, that's kind of it for now. I will see you later. Hey yo, what's up? So it's the end of the day, and you won't actually believe it. I actually got a girl's phone number at Costco, which is kind of crazy to think about. I'm kidding. No, that would be kind of crazy. And I guess if someone comments, "Oh, bro, I thought there was hope," then I'll know you actually made it to almost an hour long through this video, right? But yeah, no, there was no girl that gave me her phone number. What kind of stupid? Okay, how ignorant do you have to be to believe that some girl's gonna be like, oh, I can't even do the girl voice right now. What is it? Oh, you're so cute. Let me give you my phone number. Yeah, how ignorant and stupid would you have to be to actually believe something like that, right? That only happens to the attractive guys. It would only happen to a guy who wouldn't actually even be making videos like this, right? If you have girls giving you their phone number, then you don't have to. You're not gonna make videos about not getting, not oh bro, not having a girlfriend or something, or oh, not getting laid, bro, on the internet, right? Because you'll be too busy getting laid or doing whatever, right? But yeah, I guess there were cute girls at Costco though, right? Like I knew it. I just knew it. There's I don't know what it is. There's something about I don't know like farm. It's not even a farm town, right? But I guess people. I guess if California people would consider it like a farm or a cow town, right? But I don't know what it is. Like compared to like the Bay Area, or I haven't really been to LA or SoCal much. Other than I guess I don't know. I used to live in Riverside, and I didn't really I guess there were hot girls there, but I mean, I don't know. It just a lot more. I guess more so compared to the Bay Area, right? These kind of people, I'm sure LA people would also consider it a cow town. just any of the major cities in the Central Valley would probably be considered cow towns to them. But I don't know what it is. Like same thing with Albuquerque. It just has a lot of girls that are my type, and you know what they all have in common, right? They don't like me. That's not that surprising. But yeah. there were cute girls, and none of them really paid any attention to me, right? Because they were too busy shopping, right? Which I mean, I go, oh yeah, bro, they're not there to get women aren't don't exist for you just to look at them at the store and fantasize about them, bro. They got their own stuff to do. They got attractive boyfriends and stuff, right? Like, sure, yeah, I get it, right? Oh, bro, you're a misogynist. All that stuff, right? But yeah, because I almost thought, like, hey, we're both at Costco at night on a Friday night. Instead of going outside and going to, I don't know, oh, bro, just go to a bar or drink or whatever, or go to a party, right? On a Friday night. That's what you're supposed to do. These girls weren't doing any of that stuff, or going out on a date or whatever. It's like they're going to Costco on a Friday night. So you may think I can cope, or I may think, right, I can cope and think that, hey, that's kind of relatable, right? Because we're both not going out and doing something. We're both what society considers losers, right? Because you're not going out and doing something social on a Friday night. You're just going to Costco. But then I really thought about that. It's not even really possible for a woman to be a loser, is it? A guy can be a loser because you start off, you don't have that inherent value, right? Which I guess stems, I think it stems from, just the fact that, women can have children, right? So subconsciously or something, there's some kind of inherent value. Maybe it's also like just straight up hormonal differences to some extent. But I mean, like, just a different amount of, testosterone, which, like it creates that desire gap, right? So obviously, but there's obviously a difference, right, in between how much, a typical guy will desire a typical woman, and vice versa, whatever. But yeah, so there's not really. I just don't really see how a woman can be considered a loser, right? A guy can, yeah, it's obvious because maybe it to some extent it is kind of like almost like mainstream propaganda to some extent that you have to kind of, if you really want to believe that everyone's equal, you have to almost kind of unbrainwash yourself into thinking, into undoing that thing that if you're not, if you're not the that guy, right, the guy that oh, you're the tall, rich, good looking, gets all the girls, that kind of the stereotypical chat or whatever. If you're not that guy, you're basically a loser, right? I did think about doing some other video, maybe with ChatGPT, because I haven't talked to it in a while. Um, why do so many guys consider themselves losers, and is it justified, right? Is it justified? Not just like the fringe, out there kind of guy, right? That's the typical neck beard predator kind of guy that may think he's a loser, right? But I'm talking more so about even a guy, like an average guy, right? Which could consider himself a loser, right? Because of the way that looks inflation and everything really has gone and affected the world, huh? Because I mean, it really all comes down to that, huh? Looks inflation and the internet, and it just how like, I don't even know, was it monetary inflation or whatever, right? Keeps on going up. Everything is gonna get more expensive, and your money's worth less. It's the same thing with your looks, right? Just because you're like maybe you were, was it average looking? I don't want to use numbers because you know how YouTube is. Maybe you could be average 10 years ago, and now, was it 10 years later, now you're considered, was it below average or significantly below average, right? And or in 20 years, like, who knows, right? In 20 years, what is it, maybe people will just ask AI. They'll take their picture for social media and ask ask AI, hey, Was it optimize? You know how, like I said, I ask AI to optimize. Was it a video title? They'll say AI or ChatGPT optimize my bone structure in this photo, right? And that kind of stuff. And then looks inflation will be even more so, when you'll only see perfect images. And then when you go into real life and you see a real person, you're gonna be like, I'm not even attracted to this anymore, right? You know, I don't even know. Then lower birth rates or something, right? Because it's like when people end up not even being attracted to each other, right? Or they have to have to put on VR goggles to make the person look. Oh, now this person looks like their optimized image or whatever, right? I don't even know what I'm saying, but yeah. I guess the moral of the story there was there were cute girls at Costco. They didn't talk to me. I thought they were relatable to some extent because we were both being losers, right? And going to the store on a Friday night instead of going out and doing something social. But the reality is, just because a woman will always have some kind of inherent value to her, she can't really be a loser. Maybe some guy who's, oh yeah, bro, I get laid all the time. Women can definitely be losers. Maybe they can have a different perspective. But when you were, I guess, unwanted, right? I don't want to use the other word too much because of YouTube stuff. When you're unwanted for too much, right? If you're an unwanted male, then it's kind of impossible to really believe that a that a woman can be equally unwanted, right? Because it just doesn't reflect your reality, right? Maybe they can be unwanted by certain guys, right? That they desire, but they just can't truly be unwanted on the level that an unwanted male can be, right? That just plain gender differences, right? Just how, like, you know uh, maybe it's typically easier for a guy to go outside and feel safer at night, right, than a woman. Just it's the same way. It's just a different thing. Someone may cope and say, "Oh, bro, but safety and whatever," right? But sure, maybe it's like you, it, it's a different thing, right? It's like, sure, a woman can go outside at night and not be as safe as a man, right? Like I won't try to argue and cope or what, but this, sure. What is it? We'll accept that. But in the same, and then you can say, oh well, that's a lot worse than dating, right? But then think about it, like, yes, in maybe in the short term, in, like, what is it? What is it, on an acute, right? What is it? Acute versus chronic? Like, on an acute scale, sure, it's worse, right? Because safety, it's like more of an immediate thing, right? You don't want to go outside and get mugged. That's something that just happens right there and right there now. But like on a long term chronic thing, the not being dated and being unwanted does have long term mental effects, right? And it will deteriorate your quality of life. So that maybe a woman would suffer from not being safe walking at night by herself on a more immediate short term basis, but on a long term basis of being unwanted, like completely unwanted, a man will probably suffer, in the long term, over, because it's like a fact, right? That there's a reason social isolation or solitary confinement is a punishment. I never really think of. I can never remember solitary confinement. I always say social isolation for some reason first. But solitary confinement, it's a punishment for a reason because it does have negative effects, right? And being put into that kind of, you know, being subjected to that kind of punishment for years on end, right? If, like, just being unwanted for a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, that's gonna have a toll on your mental health, whether you like it or not, right? You can say, "Oh, bro, mental health's not real, whatever." It's like you can cope or whatever, sure, whatever. But whatever, I don't really care what you have to say. Was it it will have an effect on you, right? And it'll probably have a negative effect on you. On like it may have there can be positive effects for sure somehow or whatever, right? But on the grand scale, it'll probably be negative. It'll impact you negatively for the most part, right? Again, that's why solitary confinement's a punishment. So yeah, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I know. I guess I'm just kind of tired or whatever. Not even really tired, but I do want to go to sleep soon because night shift the day prior messed up my sleep schedule, and I guess oh bro, you're I don't even know what you want to say. What is it? You're pathetic, or whatever, because for wanting to go to sleep at was it almost 8:40, right? It's like, oh, bro, it's a Friday night. That's why you're forever alone, bro. Cause it's 8:40 and you want to go to sleep instead of going out and you're going to a club or a bar and trying to, was it get late, bro? It's like, sure, I'd rather go to sleep than get late, to be honest, right? Like that's not even an exaggeration, right? I'd rather go to sleep than go out and play play jester, right? For for women, and then try to get laid, right? And it's honestly, yeah. Even if I didn't have to gesture, right? Even I even yeah, whatever, right? It's like I would just don't really feel like it, right? I just want to go to sleep. So yeah, I mean the TLDR went to Costco. Oh, I went to the park too. No girls there, right? Obviously. Like that's the moral of the story. And I think the name of another video, right? It doesn't matter, like it doesn't matter where I go, women just don't find me attractive or just don't want me or whatever it is. I forget what I named it, but yeah. So that's the end of the vlog. It's like almost 3 20 minute segments of talk, all or around there, I think, or four. I don't even know. The point is, it's basically a movie, right? Just a movie of was it a guy who can't get a girlfriend talking, right? Cause I just reminded some guy commented, well, "Why am I getting recommended this loser content?" So it's like 'cause, you watch because I don't know, I guess YouTube or Google knows you watch loser ASMR to beat your meat at night. So obviously it's gonna recommend you this stuff at night. So because they track your search history, right? It's like you can't hide from Google or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of it for now. Um, hope you enjoy the movie of I don't know the I don't know vlog a movie I don't know it's a movie because it's like an hour long, so yeah. The life of someone with no girlfriend, right? So yeah, it's kind of it for now. Later.